In the heart of the majestic kingdom of Oduduwa, there lived a Yoruba princess named Adun. Blessed with beauty that rivaled the dawn and riches that could make empires pale, Adun was the envy of all who beheld her. But beneath her exquisite facade lay a heart as cold as the depths of the ocean, for she was spoiled, rude, and arrogantly proud. Suitors from far and wide sought her hand in marriage, but none were deemed worthy by Adun's lofty standards. She scoffed at their gifts, scorned their gestures, for she believed herself deserving of a man likened to a deity. One fateful day, an old Yoruba woman approached the palace gates, seeking naught but a morsel of sustenance. But to Adun, she was but a nuisance, unworthy of her attention. With a sneer she turned her away, oblivious to the ancient magic that coursed through her veins. Little did Adun know, the old woman was no ordinary beggar, but a deity in disguise. Enraged by her arrogance, she cast a spell upon her, decreeing that the next poor soul to seek her aid would become the man of her dreams, and she would marry him. But when the moon rises high, Adun would be transformed into an old feeble woman just like the one she had shunned. True to the deity's words, fate intervened once more as a destitute beggar sought Adun's aid. As she extended her hand in kindness, the beggar transformed before her very eyes into a Yoruba prince of unmatched beauty and grace. Overcome with joy, Adun wed the prince in a grand ceremony befitting their newfound love. But as the moon rose high in the sky, Adun transformed into an old feeble woman, shocked and terrified that she was cursed. The prince revealed his true feelings, expressing disdain for Adun's appearance, and ran as fast as he could from the palace, never looking back. As Adun recoiled in horror, the deity appeared before her, revealing the truth of her curse. To break the spell, she must seek out 3 people in her village to grant her humility, or remain trapped in her wretched form forever. Desperate for solace, Adun wandered through the bustling streets of her village, her once proud spirit shattered by the curse that had befallen her. But she found herself met with disdain and distrust at every turn, for the villagers believed she was deserving of this fate. With each rejection, Adun's spirit grew heavier, her hope fading like the dying embers of a once blazing fire. But still, she pressed on, her determination fueled by the flicker of a distant memory. Just when she was about to give up and take her own life, she approached an elderly woman sitting by the roadside. Adun begged for help, her eyes brimming with tears. Moved by Adun's plea, the elderly woman agreed to help her in her quest for humility, her true form hidden beneath the guise of age and frailty. Leading Adun to the river at the riverbank, the woman instructed her to look at her reflection in the water. As Adun gazed into the rippling surface, she was met with the sight of her aged, weathered face, her once youthful beauty now faded and worn. Tears welled in her eyes as she beheld the reflection of her own mortality, the weight of her vanity crashing down upon her. With each tear that fell, the image in the water shifted and changed, until at last Adun saw herself as she once was, radiant, vibrant, and full of life. A gasp escaped her lips as she reached out to touch the vision before her, longing to reclaim the beauty that had been lost to her. In that moment, the elderly woman revealed her true form, her eyes ablaze with otherworldly wisdom as she stood before Adun in all her divine glory. With a voice that echoed like thunder, she spoke words of ancient wisdom, teaching Adun the true meaning of beauty. Beauty is not found in outward appearance, but in the depth of one's soul, the deity proclaimed, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. It is the kindness in your heart, the compassion in your actions, that truly defines who you are. As Adun listened, her heart heavy with newfound understanding, she realized the folly of her ways. She had spent so long chasing after a beauty that was fleeting and superficial, blind to the true treasure that lay within her own being. With a humble heart and tear-stained cheeks, Adun bowed before the deity, her spirit forever changed by the wisdom she had gained. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting its golden light upon the river's surface, Adun embarked on a journey of self-discovery, guided by the timeless lessons of true beauty. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.